Coach, when you go through a game like this, and especially kind of how it ended there at the end, what are your emotions like, and what are you feeling, and are you trying to see the next play, or I don't know what's going on? I mean,
If I asked you to repeat that question, could you actually do it?
I could. I think like you had the turnover, and then you're up one, and then
yeah. Well, we won the game. Happy we won. We probably needed to be humbled a little bit. We got humbled today and still won. We screwed up the last possession, obviously, on multiple times. We gave up the uncontested layup with no time left on the shot clock. You throw it in and you turn it over. Grady's better than that, but just not being strong and everything. And I would like to think that if Juan was in the game, we'd probably do a better job of getting him the ball and maybe not have to throw it into another. But still, you got to be able to make the play. But I told our guys after the game, I'm happy we won. But if that was a second round NCAA tournament game, our season would be over. That's going to be an 8-9 game, which will be someone comparable to West Virginia, and we'd be going home. So hopefully we can learn from that. I thought Juan was great. I thought Kevin was great. I thought everybody else just kind of pieced it together. The bench, played 11 minutes the first half and had 6 turnovers. We charged probably 6 times, and that was part of scouting report. We didn't do a lot of things right. Our ball and body movement wasn't as good. And our energy defensively was at its best there on the last possession, but I know you can't play like that every possession, but we didn't come close to assimilating that early in the game. So a lot of things we can get better from in this game, and fortunately we can do some learning through winning as opposed to learning through losing, and at this time of year you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So all in all, it's a good day, but certainly not a well-played game by us. Give West Virginia all the credit on that.
You answered every question there, so
he asked us several of them, but it's kind of open-ended.
Way to take it around. What do you know about the Juan and KJ? And I mean, were those just cramps or what?
No, Juan wasn't. Juan, they fell on his foot. So
okay.
So Juan's tough, and for him to say he can't go back in, that's obviously a big deal. So he said he could probably play if it was overtime, and I'm like, well, so that 3 minutes is going to make a huge difference. I mean, so if he could play in overtime, why couldn't you play now? But he said so that tells me he was hurt. So we'll probably give him a couple of days off and hope he's able to go on Tuesday. And Joe and Bobby both have that 72 or 96 hour, whatever it is, stomach flu going around. You become violently ill. And so we were lucky that they played today, because that was not the game plan. We were thinking maybe not even either one of them play. So we're lucky, even though we didn't do a lot, but we stole a little bit of minutes, a few minutes for them. And then, but KJ was just a cramp. So, other than Juan, I think we got through it okay.
And when you talk about, piecing it together, what's the value in that? Whether it's possession to possession or big picture like you were talking about. I mean, how important is it for your guys to, because when you guys play well, you look really good, but to understand that when it doesn't go well, you can still piece it together. How important is that?
I think we're getting that. I think we're getting that. We didn't play well at TCU offensively and still won the game, and it was different though. We won the game and we were really good defensively. We didn't win the game and was really good defensively today. So, and obviously they were much quicker to the ball, rebounding. It looked like to me we were stuck in quicksand there for a period of time in the second half. And when we get a 7-point lead or whatever, we'd find a way to give it right back to them. So it's kind of strange. They took the lead, I think, one time in the second half, like 41-42 or something like that. And other than that, we had the lead the whole time. So at least we played with a little lead, but it was never comfortable. And when you're playing on the road and you're the underdog like that, and the basket gets tied a little bit if you're the home team, sometimes you actually play with a freer mind than what the home team does, and I think that happened today too.
Coach, every starter in double digits. What does that say about how your first five is playing right now, or how your bench is playing?
It's misleading, okay, just so you know. The bench didn't play today, so the starters should score more points. So it's misleading. We didn't play as well today. And the reason the bench didn't play, you know, West Virginia played small. So you had, you know, the first time we sub Ernest in, you know, Mitchell steps out and makes a three, because that was what they were going to play to. So we couldn't play the bench, and then those other two have been sick, so we didn't really have any options but to play our starters. So you know, we did enough good things, but we didn't do near as many as we need to do moving forward.
Bill, Jalen said that he was really trying hard to stay in front of that guy who traveled on the last play of the game. What did you see on that play from Jalen's defense?
Well, what I saw, and I'd have to go back and watch it because I can't, you know, see it in real time and actually study. But what I saw five guys really guarding. I saw Jalen doing a great job, but I also saw Jalen doing a great job in that possession, which makes me wonder, why don't we do more great jobs in other possessions? That's what I saw. So I think sometimes in basketball or in sports, you know, it's like, you know, if you, I remember doing this with Doak, you know, okay, Doak, we got to run down and back twice, but you got to make it in 17 seconds, and if you don't, the whole team runs. Well, he runs it in 16, and the players start laughing because he's like, going, why? And I said, you screwed up. You showed him how fast you are. Now he's going to expect you to run that hard all the time. So that's kind of what I see in that last possession. We're capable of being better than what we were today, because he was really good there at the end.
McCullough just ripped the ball from guys twice. Was that special defense from him?
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he's a good defender. Now I thought Stevenson got him a couple of times today, but he's a good. He and Juan collectively are good defensively, and they're our best two defenders. And you know, he did a great job when Mitchell was trying to post him there at the end, and when we were switching five, and you know, he ended up taking his ball. But you know, I know Kevin banked it in, and that was luck. But he's making a lot of winning plays for us right now.
Stevenson, Johnson, and Mitchell all looked like standout players. Do you think they deserve a bid?
Well, you guys saw them play today. Does that look like an NCAA tournament team to you? And the answer is an emphatic yes. I mean, they're good, and the league's just really hard. The league is really hard, and they're really good. And you know, the thing about it is with Johnson, when we played Johnson the first time, he was hurt and didn't play. He makes a huge difference because he's so fast. And you know, I don't know if you know, we couldn't even run plays because he would deflect the pass or play between Juan and where the next pass is going, where you couldn't throw it, so your play's dead because obviously he's totally disrupted it already. He's really good, and Mitchell had a great game, and of course Stevenson could score with the best of them.
Were there any special things said with you and Huggins today? Before or after the game?
Special would be a little bit of a reach, I think. You know, he asked me if I had any shine, and I said no. They only make that in West Virginia. But no, Hugs is great, and he had his team ready to play today. There's no doubt about that. But that's an NCAA tournament team.
Coach, wondering if you could tell just how much more confident, more loose your group plays when Juan scored the basketball?
Well, we're a better team when Juan scores a basketball, but I don't think we played like a loose team today. But yeah, we're obviously much better when he's looking to score. And the way they guarded, you know, they squeezed ball screens and went under. They dared him to beat him, and he did. So that was fun to see him be aggressive like that.
Did you know coming into this one that this was a game when Juan maybe had more chances to score?
We thought that they would guard him the way they guarded him. Yeah. So.
Big picture, you could tie for the title minimum on Tuesday. What do you think of the fact you guys are right there?
Well, we got some help today. You know, I'm not going to leave out of here being negative. I'm leaving out of here thinking we're fortunate we won, and we can be humbled enough that we can get better from it. But to think that this team I heard Vital say today that this was the best league in NCAA college basketball the last 20 years. He said it. Now, I don't always agree with what Dick says, but I actually agree with that. I mean, that's a pretty bold statement. And to think after, losing what we lost, that you could come in here and, you know, have a chance to control your own destiny and win a league championship at home, at least clinch a tie. To me, that's pretty special. So I certainly hope that we prepare in a way that, and the fans appreciate how hard that's been on our guys and what a good level and high level they played at for the most part all year long.
Do you know who will give speeches Tuesday yet?
Yes. Kevin and Jalen. Yeah, those are the only two. We got 6 seniors, but those are the only 2 that it impacts right now. So.
Anything else?